glasses.
Need my readers?
Think I'm joking about your smoking, think it's fair to steal my air. You take my breath away. Don't cry freedom, 'cause you've stolen mine. Smoke-filled rooms make me blind. You take my breath away. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. Now, I love this lyric, don't get me wrong. Talk to me about you want to ask me about the song, I'll tell you about it, but I'm not going to read the lyric. People, you know, it's not today, okay? You gotta think back then. People were smoking in restaurants, people smoking in a club, and people would just take it for granted that they can do whatever they want, and like, you know, you had no right to breathe clean air, you know? So this was like a frustration of mine. I think it's just a disgusting thing, you know?
That, as I recall, kids will have this say is like, you know, there's nothing, you know, earth-shatteringly different about it when you look at, you know, the spectrum of hardcore. But Get It Away had a whole different feel, and I got to credit Francois for that because he came in and was laying down leads, and his leads were really crazy sounding, and it just added another layer and made the music just so sonic sounding. And then, you know, once he was, you know, firmly into the band, you know, I think our music just started to change over time.
They say all the things you wanna hear. They try to make you believe that they're totally sincere.
I mean, people are always asking, you know, was it a conscious effort to turn the music around and you know, people want to call it metal, but I never saw it as that. I don't think there was any sort of decision on our part to change the sound of System Decontrol. It just was a natural progression.
I felt like when Jerry's Kids and Gangrene showed up on the scene, I remember the moment. I was in media workshop hearing them for the first time, and I said, we can't compete with these guys, you know? They play way faster than us and much better than us. There's no way that we can have get into a speed race with them. Really? We're not going to win. But that's when I said, what we do better is a slower, more powerful version.
I think it was kind of indicative of the time. Most of the people in the hardcore scene were picking up an instrument for the first time. And over, you know, you play those hardcore songs enough, you're probably going to get somewhere proficient at your instrument. So I listen to How We Rock right now and I'm like, that's not a heavy metal album, what are you talking about? But at that time, it definitely was, oh, we're slowing down and we're playing longer songs and there are guitar solos in them. So by Break It Up, yeah, it was a totally different band, you know. The regular rock form had kind of come into the music. And, you know, there's times when I listen back to music from that era, or I listen to even now, people say, here's punk rock. And I'm like, no, you're just playing rock.
You know, the thing that hit me off the bat with SSD was it was believable. I think everything that those guys represented, there was like an earnestness. It almost comes off maybe naive now because it was like so insular. And I think I related to that. The idealism and the power that they had. Yeah, I think the reason that there's a straight edge scene and let millennials know what straight edge is because the way that it started with Minor Threat, and then SSD taking that message and like living it. I think that's the reason that people are interested about it still.
One of the biggest regrets is that we did break up. You know, you're probably only ever in one band. Certainly one band that got this significant. But we're all learning. You know, we were all brand new.
I was 16.
Yeah.
For me, that was 16 to 20, and I don't know if you remember how long 16 to 20 is and how many changes you go through.
Yeah.
So at a certain point, you're like, yeah, I'm going to move on. Let's move on.
Like Jack and TSOL always said, you didn't do this to get on the radio. You think you're going to be on the radio? No, you're not. No, you're not. But it's, you know, the kids, everything's multi-generational and it's coming back. And if you kids really want to know what like bass coat fucking hardcore is, I mean, you couldn't do any worse with an album like The Kids Will Have Their Say by SS Decontrol. Peace out.
Great, Keith. That was great. You happy with that?
I don't know if my...